from For the Love of Paper, and I am here with my 2006 Project Life flip through video. So I don't know that I'll get it all in one video. It might have to be split into two, but we'll see how we go. And just as I've opened my album, I have realized that I never actually did a title page for last year. I know I did an end page. Yeah, I did an end page, but I never did a title page. So I will go back and do that at some point. Anyway, so for this year, or for last year, I was trying to keep my album quite minimalist, with not too much embellishments. I know there are quite a few layouts that are the opposite of that, but that's what I was trying to go with. And all my pages are, well actually except for this one, they're all got the 4 3x4s in the middle and then the 4 4x6s as well. And I did use the Collect app for a lot of my photos, but I trimmed them down so it was just the photo rather than all the journaling. So yeah, here we go. So, oh, you know, we have to see both pages. Hold on, let me see if I can do one at a time. So this was my first page. So these first few weren't quite as minimalist as I had initially hoped, but still they weren't too over the top. And this one, see, I quite liked this one because it was like there was nothing much on this one or these. It was just a little bit of embellishment, and then using the multiple photos on one photo. Oh, is that right? Multiple images on one photo. And then this one I just did a little insert, and again, there's nothing on the back, but that was of Sam's first day of kindy. And it's good to look now, like I've just done his first day of school, and just like how much he's grown in a year, which is rather cute. I kind of wish I'd done this as a big page now. I might go back and change that. And I did stick with the same first card for all my all the months, and I also used these tabs that were from Studio Calico, from their, can't remember, their Color Theory kits. So this is when I went really like not much embellishing at all. And these ones, so again, there's hardly any embellishments on this pages. Even though it's still quite full, there's not much bulk to it really. And I think all up I did 46 layouts for the year. So I'm hoping to get that down a little bit more this year. I really love this one. And this one did actually have rounded corners, and I chopped it down and yeah, put it in there. And then this, a lot of my wood veneers I've stuck over the top of the page rather than in the pocket, just because I find that they like warp the pocket a little bit. So that was Easter. And then some more. See, I like these ones where it's just simple. If I go back and look at my favorites, it's definitely the ones that are a lot more simple. Did a bit of stamping, look at that. And this one. It's funny, like going back and checking and looking at what you like and what you don't like. Like now I look back and I'm like, why did I put that bike there? I know it's because he's riding the bike, but it really doesn't go with the rest of the layout. But never mind. And some washi tape. This must have been, yeah, Anzac Day. So my photos aren't in chronological order in this album or in my 2017 album. I kind of tended to group events together or like photos together. And if I didn't have enough photos of an event or similar types of photos, then they just became a sort of a random page. So this one was, here's a good example. All of these were from a trip to South Bank that Sam and I did. So all of those photos were from there. And I actually stamped on a wood veneer for this one. That was really fun, actually. I should try and do that again. And then this little insert was from a show that we went to, and then a little bit more of South Bank, and then this was all the school holidays. So even though they're all slightly different events or subjects, it was all for the school holidays. And then this was just some miscellaneous photos at the end of the month that I had left over. And I can't believe I was filling in school enrollment forms in April. That's crazy. And then this one, oh, these sticky letters or numbers are not very sticky. I'm gonna have to glue that back down. So I decided to insert a big 12 by 12 layout for his school photo. And then I think about this stage I decided that I wanted to go for color groupings. So obviously I was going for a bit of a yellow theme on this particular page or double spread. Again, trying to keep like things together or similar things. So this one was when we went to the Ipswich show. Oh well, all of that was from the Ipswich show, and then these ones were like the next day, so that was all one weekend. This was just some randomness. Yeah, that's a really random page. And there's like no embellishing on it. Oh, a couple of stickers and a couple of labels. And I must have still been going for a bit of a yellow theme here. And as you can tell, I don't use many filler cards, really. Most of my spaces are taken up with photos or journaling about photos, with only a couple of real filler cards thrown in, other than these title cards. So this was another trip to South Bank that we did. Oh, that's when I went to the scrapbook expo, and so I wrote, so that was the title about the whole day, and then what we actually did. So this one is an insert for Frank's birthday, and the only reason it's an insert is because I didn't have enough photos that were good quality or printable quality to do a whole page. And then that was just some more miscellaneous photos. And I love this. I'm going to try and do these a couple of times throughout next year's album. I think I've done it twice in this album, but I've got to set a reminder for my phone. So all I said to Sam was go and stand over there against the wall and do something funny. And I just put my camera on, what is it, like you hold your finger down and it just takes the rapid fire photos, I suppose. And that's how I came up with that. I think I ended up with about 50 photos, and then I culled it down to this. And that was really fun. That was a really, really good thing to do. I'm going to try and remember to do it again this year. And this one was of, what is this? Disney on Ice. So these photos are pretty rubbish, to be honest with you. These ones are not too bad, but the ones where I used the flash, I think, were pretty crappy. And some more random. This album is quite a lot of random. So here's a really good example of how I did a collection of photos. So all these photos were taken, well, these were at the same time, but they were all taken in the month of July, but at different times. So these, it must have been these two and then these two taken together, and then this was taken separately of a different dog. And yeah, so I stuck it all together in one spot. And then this was my birthday week. or birthday day. Yeah, so just that. And then another day out, we went to the zoo. And then this was different adventures that we had during the month. And more adventures. Then we celebrated Frank's birthday again at another party, or someone else, his boss actually had a bit of a party for him, which was kind of fun. And then my dad was here for a while. I think that was going back to the airport possibly. And this one was, I don't even remember why I did this. There was a reason why I put this piece of paper in here, and I can't for the life of me remember what it was. So yeah, that happened. And then this was an insert when we found out we were pregnant. Oops. So that was that one. Oh, I know, there was hardly any photos for August. So this was actually July, and then these ones for August, and I think that's it. Yeah, that was all the photos that I had for August. So there was this 12 by 12 and then this little tiny insert. I think it was because I felt crap and I didn't take any photos. I was sick. So I think September is pretty much the same. That was pretty much all I was eating at that time. And then when I went for my first ultrasound, and then September, try and move it over this way. Yeah, again, not much happened this month, so it was just that. And then this one, we got our notification to say that Sam was accepted into his school. And yeah, that was pretty much September. And October, we did horse riding. We saw the Ninja Turtles. I hadn't sat at my desk for like a month and a half, 6 weeks or something. So I took a photo of the mess, like this pile over here of stuff. You probably can't see it very well, but there was a pile of stuff on my desk that was just all mail that I haven't opened, which was crazy. But I really like this layout again. I was going for a bit of a red theme, and that's kind of a pinky color. It's a bit hard to show on camera. And yeah, that's how I went with that one. And this was another event page. Camping. I love doing these title cards for the different events. Like when we went to the zoo and when we went to South Bank, I did a little title card. And it looks like I might be able to finish this whole album in one video. And then this one, I did the same here. So it was the same piece of 6x6 paper that I just reused. This one was a really basic layout. I stuck down a label and one sticker. Oh no, there's a couple of enamel dots. So again, this was Kindy, and then these two were Sam's friend came over to play, and then in the morning and then in the afternoon we all went to some markets at one of the museums. So again, keeping things together. And then November, I think November was a bit busier. Yeah. Yeah, just some fun stuff. This was a collage that my sister actually made of her and Sam together. She made that for his birthday. And then I got a copy, of course. And then this is when we found out we were having a boy. We did some doggy sitting for a few days. And then, oh, now this is a Christmas layout in the middle of November, mainly because the event that it was happened in November. So I went all out Christmassy. Completely not minimalist at all, just full on use every bit of Christmas I could possibly get my hands on. This one, this sticker and this sticker here, And these I made myself. So those were all printable stickers that I made. And I never journaled on that spot. So yeah, that was a bit of Christmas in the middle of November. And then so was this. This was, we had a party to go to, and then we had a thing at Kindy that was a Christmas thing, and then we actually started our Christmas shopping in November. And yeah, so that was a whole lot of Christmas in November. Then I did a big 12 by 12 spread for his birthday, because, well, why not? I actually really like this layout. It's one of my favorites. I'm going to have to scrap lift myself and do something similar. And his birthday was Bumblebee themed, and that's Bumblebee from Transformers, not the animal. So I did all my layouts right from this one all the way through yellow and black, because that was easy, and like his cake and the decorations and everything were those colours, so I knew that they would all work together, which is really fun. And then I just wrote down a few different things about the day. So that was his birthday party, which wasn't on his birthday, and then this one was his actual birthday. We got his presents and we went out for, oh no, we didn't go out for breakfast, we went out for dinner and his new things, and then this was just a timeline of the day. And then we get to December and it's all very festive, very Christmassy. I made a lot of the filler cards myself. Some of these I've printed. This was a printable sticker, so was this. These were from somewhere, I can't remember. Yeah, but I made this card myself as well. I did a lot of DIY for this Christmas. And then a couple of filler cards as well, or inserts, sorry. Santa's letter. So I did a whole thing. So he wrote, oh, you can't see it. He wrote his letter to Santa, and then we posted it, and then he got his reply back in the mail. So put that together. And then this was all one event again as well. And another 12 by 12 spread, just because I love this photo. It's one of my favorite photos. So I put that in there. And this year, 2017, I plan on doing more 12 by 12s in my Project Life album. I want to try and do at least one every month. So something that either sums up the month or like the main big event that happened in the month, I'm going to do in a 12 by 12. And then this was Christmas Day. Yep. And, oh, sorry. Yeah, Christmas Day. More Christmas Day. This was just, what was this? Why have I done that? I've put this in the wrong way because this is Christmas Eve. And this is random stuff from December. And then this is Christmas Day beforehand. I've put it in backwards, guys. And then this was the end of December. And again, I haven't put any journaling here. I might go back and do that. So anything that wasn't Christmas related got put in these last two pages. That one and this one. So this is when we got our kitten. So freaking cute. Look at him. Little Ollie. It's adorable. And then it was New Year. And then, oh. I don't think that was in there properly. And then this was my end card. It is really boring. I had made this background paper forever ago and then never used it, and with all this on it as well. And then I just decided to use some really old alphas just to try and use them up, and all good things come to an end. Goodbye 2016. So yeah, that was my 2016 Project Life album, guys. Hope you enjoyed a little bit of a flip through, and this video didn't go for too long. Oh, 20 minutes. Oops. Alright, well, thanks for watching, and I will catch you next time. Bye.